Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Tuesday, July 19th, 2016. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. LeoKingEvents.com, my Hope in the Desert, awesome astrology meetup, conference, and gathering is happening in Las Vegas in September. To meet me, to hang out with other astrologers, and people like you, check it out. It's at LeoKingEvents.com. And of course, if you want to get this video every day, just like this, get it on my app, the LeoKingApp.com. But before we take a look at all the planets, let's take a look at the Leo King's planet energy meter to understand where all the energy is for your full moon Tuesday. And I'm sending you lots of great energy. I'm sending you lots of love and light. And I'm hoping that you have an awesome, amazing, and spectacular, wonderful Tuesday. And I'm putting the energy meter at the extreme position. That is because, whoop, 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 it is a full moon. And this full moon is in a kite. Kite full moon, baby. Have you ever seen a kite full moon? They're very rare, actually, by the way. That's because we have this grand trine happening, first of all, in between the full moon, right? So when you have a full moon, the sun opposes the moon. That's what makes it so big. But in between this, we have this beautiful, perfect grand trine with the sun trining Mars, trining Chiron, all water signs. Then it makes a nice sextile. Chiron sextiles the moon. We got the Mars sextile to the moon. We do have the sun square Uranus, but we're going to talk about all this right now. This full moon is about getting traction back in your life again. After feeling like, especially when the sun squared Uranus this weekend, kind of feeling like your life over the last couple of weeks has kind of turned a bunch of different corners. It opposed Pluto, kind of been destroyed and kind of gone through the gunk and gone through the craziness and gone through the unpredictable turns. There's this wanting us to get back on track, wanting us to get back on course. Now, we got a lot of emotions to deal with, but you got to put the work in. You got to do the thing. You know, Capricorn reminds the Cancer energy, like, hey, you just can't lay around all day. You got to be tailored. You can't wear pajamas. You got to go to work. You got to do the things that you got to do. And this is us getting back into gear, getting back onto life. Now, this is happening at like the final degree, so this is a really kind of crusty energy, kind of the end, degrees here, kind of the older energy, the more wiser. Like, are you really ready to put the work in and do things? With Mars making a sextile over to this full moon and trining this full moon, this is about moving forward, pushing through deep stuff, pushing through things that have happened. With Chiron involved, pushing through the past, pushing through past pain that has happened with Sun square Uranus, with weird turns that have been unexpected. Pushing through, getting back on track, getting your life going. With Mercury and Venus conjuncting, making a quincunx over to Neptune. Man, this is like, we want positivity and to spread positivity and to look at things much more positively. We got to not let the past take over. This is the South Node in Chiron and the South Node in Neptune that are all in the same area. With all this Leo, it's like love can come, but if you're trying to see it through a fantasy or through a dream only that isn't coming true, instead of the reality and loving the reality of what you're dealing with right now in your life, there's going to be problems because you're still getting back on track. You got a lot of heavy emotions you got to deal with. You've kind of made some really weird turns. And guess what? Now you got to love life and actually love the reality that's in front of you and realize that there's great things to love in front of you, but not get caught up in this weird like fantasy of I'll only be happy when this happens or when this relationship comes together or when I find the one or all that crap. You know what's going to happen? Capricorn is reminding you it's going to take some while. It's going to take some time. You got to do the work. We got North Node, in Virgo. And guess what's starting to happen? Saturn, Neptune, both retrograding, starting to square the nodes, right, with Saturn. And this is where all the eclipses are going to happen with this Neptune-Saturn square. Whew. Man, September is going to be crazy. That's why you got to be at the Leo King event, Hope in the Desert. Trust me, if there's any place you want to be in the whole entire world during the craziness, and you'll be feeling the craziness starting to build up here in August, you're going to want to spend it at Hope in the Desert and hang out with everybody that watches stuff like this and talk to other people that do astrology and connect and be at the mixer. Trust me, you'll want to. Anyway, hope you get back on track in a great way. Card of the day is, and you know what? Oh, I want to say this before we talk about the card. A kite. Kites just don't fly on their own. You need to have the right wind, the right energy, and you know what? You just can't fly and get back on track if you're lazy, if you're too emotional, if you're too, like, you know, caught up in those. But at the same time, you know, you got to make sure you have enough gas in the tank. So if you don't have enough rest, if you don't have enough, you know, so it's a perfect balance you got to find here. And I think the balance comes with pushing through the past wounds and moving through old emotions and moving into your tracks, per se. Card of the day is, for this full moon, kite full moon, is the Knight of Swords reversed. This isn't about getting things at the speed of light and going fast and getting them and jumping into things. This is about stepping back, seeing how you get back on track, and then getting back on the track. You don't like jump onto a moving carousel by just going, let's go on the carousel and go, bah, 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 and you know, get your foot stubbed and fall on this thing. You got to, at the right moment, okay, get on. We are all getting back on track. We all have to wait, you know, as the escalator's going up, you have that second before you wait for the escalator to be at the right time. You just don't walk on the escalator. That little moment right there, that little hesitant moment is the moment for you to regain everything, to look at the past, to look at everything and go, I'm going to move forward now, and now get back on track. Thanks so much for all your support. I hope that you get the Leo King app and watch these videos every day. Literally, I do these videos every day. And I'd love to see you out in the desert for Hope in the Desert. LeoKingEvents.com to buy tickets. We just did a free ticket and giveaway yesterday for a VIP ticket. But thanks so much for all the support. I hope to see you in the desert in September, and I will see you on the next horoscope tomorrow if you got the app. If not, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.